If you struggle with tight hip flexors, this video is for you. So hip flexors are that front, there's a series of muscles in the front of the legs. And some of the reasons we might have tight hip flexors is if we have a job where we sit and those muscles are contracted all day long. Maybe we drive a lot, we spend a lot of time, or we fly a lot. So anytime we're in that position like this, those hip flexors are contracted and the back of our body is getting stretched. So we need to find ways that we can stretch those hip flexors back out, because sometimes that leads to lower back pain or tightness in your hamstrings because they're getting stretched too much. So let's go ahead and go through a few little ways we can do that. I'm going to bring my right leg forward because I'm stretching right now my left hip flexor, and I just use my right leg for some leverage going forward until I start to feel that stretch there. We're not worried about knee over toe because we're not doing a squat here. This leg is just supporting. So I'm just leaning into it. My knee's happy, and I'm focusing on that stretch there so I can come in and out of that. I can reposition my right leg as needed to get how deep I want that stretch to be. Now let's try the other side. So you'll bring your leg forward and then just lean into it. Maybe one side feels a little tighter than the other. That's usually the case. And then just leaning into that. You can hold that for a few breaths. Do what you like with that. And then another option is to have both knees down. I like to bring my arms out and then hinge back. And I feel it a little bit lower, a little more in my quads, but I also get some hip flexor there too. So depending on where you find your tightness, this might be a good option. I also like to take an arm back and just really reach into that. That way I feel supported. And that stretches my whole front body. So it's not just the hip flexor, getting some goodness all the way through my body. All right, so if your hip flexors are tight, give those exercises a try and you'll get those hip flexors stretched out, feeling better, and that's going to help you down the road. Thanks for watching. Bye.